So you get through buds, and where do you end up? You on the West Coast or the East Coast?
Stayed right there on the West Coast.
Okay,
Went
cool.
to SEAL Team 3.
SEAL Team 3, nice.
Yeah.
So was it what you thought it would be once you got through training? You get to your team, and you hear all the horror stories about new guys.
Yeah.
Was it?
When I got to the teams, um, men of steel and just brick houses,
Mhm.
and just super, super in shape guys. It wasn't that but they were super, super strong, but they weren't all just jacked,
Yeah,
you know? So it's like, well, wait a minute, here we're talking about this. This is what we expect to see. And,
yeah,
those,
yeah,
um, but the team and, um, the camaraderie and all that working together, bar none, you know, you'll
yeah.
never find, closer guys anywhere.
Do you feel like at that point in your life you had kind of finally found your purpose and what you were put on this earth for?
Um, that's a really good question. Sorry, I'm really having to go back,
No, you're good. Yeah, you're
with
good.
this. Uh, no, I don't think I did at that point. I still, was living like day to day.
Mhm.
And I know this is going to come up in our conversation. Uh, I was a good frogman, but I was also a good drinker. And
Yeah.
we did a lot of drinking, and it was just part of the life. Um, when when I graduated high school, my dream was to be able to get paid to work out.
Mhm.
And here I was getting
Yeah.
paid to work out. I was getting paid to jump out of planes. I was getting paid to go climb rocks. I was getting paid to dive. And getting paid to shoot guns.
Yeah.
So, I was, living that part out. Um, and yeah.
So you have a unique story, and for those of you that are watching right now, Fred, you were the second SEAL that I've had on this show that lost their trident.
Mm.
And so I want you to kind of walk our viewers through that story, because when I read that, I cheated because I've read the book. That was a pretty wild story, man, and
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what your mental state was. And I'm gonna let you tell it, but to put all that work in, get through that training, you made it. You're there. You're the guy, and then all of a sudden, one bad decision, and boom. Can you walk us through that?
Growing up, I was impervious to um how my actions, affected other people. Um, when alcohol came on the scene, I can't tell you how many times were pulled over by police, never given a DUI, always let us go. And I get into this, more in depth in the book. I was like Teflon, you know, there's never any consequences for my actions.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I did put the bird on, man, I'm untouchable. You know, my physicality, drink like fish and do just insane stuff,
Yeah.
you know. Um, and big partier. We uh we just completed a pretty difficult op tempo. Did my first deployment to Philippines. Came back from that. Went to South Korea and then to Alaska for the first cold weather. It was called Frequent Storm, where we did some operations and you know um, different mission types and infiltrating areas that were guarded by like Marines and sneaking in and taking things over. When we got back from that, we were able to take some leave. And first place I went was back home,
Okay.
back into the old environment. And now I've got a bird on my chest. Not that I was wearing it around when I was home,
Right.
but now that I had completed, the world's most difficult training, got back into the party environment, and sorely lack of discretion. Guys were had lined out some cocaine, and as a just indiscretion, I took the straw and did one little sniff, and that was it, and left it at that. Got back to command after break, and had a command suite urinalysis.